Good morning. Welcome to SVN Live. This is our first broadcast for 2023. We welcome everybody. As you know, our weekly property broadcast brings some good information, hopefully, to everybody. We've got some new listings, some closings to talk about. But first, we'd like to welcome some new advisors all over the country to the SVN brand, and we certainly welcome everybody. Kevin O'Brien up in Santa Rosa, California. Boy, hope you guys are surviving those terrible storms and rain that you've been just knocked out with. Royce Meelan out of Santa Ana, California, a little less rain, along with Sean Victorino. And then, of course, down in Tampa, Adam Ardacani has joined us, and we're glad to have Adam there. Joseph is out of Fort Myers. Gulino is his last name. And Styles McDonald in Ocala, Florida, with the wonderful group, Bartow McDonald and his family. Congratulations on joining great organizations. Speaking of great organizations, Saunders Ralston Densler has added a couple of new team members, Hillary Bressler and Stephen Saley. Glad to have you on board. Luke Wheel Gopalan. I can practice that several more times, Luke, but congratulations in Bloomington, Illinois. Audrey Kaffenberger in Lexington, Kentucky, along with Sean Cook, joining our great organization with Matt Stone. And Mark Battles, congratulations on joining one of the most fun franchises in SVN, Northco. Of course, there's an Adirondack chair in there somewhere. And Marissa Lipman in St. Peters, Missouri. We've got a couple of New Hampshire additions, Joshua Rivera and Zaid Haddad. Very glad to have you up at that point in our map. Alexandra Flaminio out of Cleveland, Ohio. Been watching a little football in Cleveland, I know. Joey Aston out of Beaverton, Oregon. Wonderful part of the Bluestone Hockley group. And Garrett Sharon. Three Rivers out of Pittsburgh. And Inara Panjwani out of Woodlands, Texas. Great addition there. Hey, we've got some economic updates for you, as we always do. This one is not quite as glowingly happy as many of them have been for the last 10 months or so. I think the recession and other things are catching up to us. Commercial real estate prices did slow in November, 4.9% year over year. That's the slowest pace in over 2 years. Kind of anticipated that with interest rates going up, people uncertain about what they're doing, consumer confidence low, inflation high, and of course, $8 a dozen for eggs. That blew me away last week. Industrial continues to retain its top spot. Prices growing 14.4% year over year, but still below their normal 20% increases. So, we're seeing some adjustments in all of the categories, all of the food groups. The apartment index even saw the steepest fall on a monthly basis, dropping 1.1% month over month, but rising 7.4 year over year. So still good on a positive level, but definitely slowing. Retail's not too far behind, 7.1% year over year, but only 0.1% month over month. That spread is the lowest and tightest between retail and apartments since 2014. Office prices are still up in the air because we still don't know where we're all going to be working, whether we're going to be in office, at home, or some combination thereof. They climbed 5.1% year over year through November, slowing from a 12.7% rate seen at the start of 2022. And of course, suburban office, 5.9%. CBD not doing quite as well, 1.8%. So good economic indicators of what's going on in the market, and certainly we will get through all of this. Hey, And a good example of that is we've got a lot of closed transactions. Speaking of Northco, Frank and Emily just closed this Iron Mountain, Michigan property, 360 acres. It sold at a 13.2 cap rate. It's great because the buyers also purchased another resort in the area and have exciting plans for both. And that's just one of the prettiest parts of the world. Congratulations to our team there. And Neil Metcalf, man, he got this deal done. Richmond, Kentucky, $1 million transaction, only $111 per foot. I think the replacement cost has to be 3 times that today. Purchased by an attorney group tenant, and they got it closed before Christmas. So Merry Christmas to Neil. And Justin Ryder closed this industrial deal also for $1 million. Interesting about this is that it required every bit of negotiation for a fairly simple property, but that's the way it is. Congratulations, Justin. And David Pernice and Harrison Wright, congratulations. This is setting a record, I think, for Franklin Park and Chicago Industrial. $105 a foot, crossed over the $100 mark for a pretty much bread and butter property, and just shows you the power of SVN and David and Harrison and their team out in Chicago commercial. Back here in Phoenix, Justin Horowitz, Richard Lewis, Paul Borgeson, and Dylan Sproul closed another one, $1.6 million. This was a Mesa opportunity, a single tenant net leased investment. Only had 3 years left on the lease, but you can see it's gorgeous real estate, and Mesa is as nice as you can get. So congratulations to our team there. And Kevin Matthews and Troy Meyer out of Denver, they spend a lot of time in the Springs and do an incredible amount of retail there. This one was $1.9 million, $500 per foot. New 10-year lease, and just an absolute wonderful neighborhood, great location. Colorado Springs is one of the best markets in America. And Steve Davis, Les Byron, and Keith Kidwell have to have something on SVN Live, either listed or closed, usually both. This one was a $2 million industrial deal, and we negotiated all of the strategies. So SVN continues to win clients and win business as a result. Steve, Les, Keith, congratulations again. And Jeff and Corey, wow, look at this industrial deal in Denver, $230 per foot. Had a little extra land with it for parking and truck parking. Oversized doors in it, great piece of real estate. And again, everybody wants industrial in the Denver market, and they're willing to pay for it. Jeff, Corey, congratulations. And KK, Karen Kolziski in Chicago, another one under her belt, $3.5 million. This was a retail deal, big property, $55 a foot, obviously value add. Contract to close in 50 days with an out-of-state buyer. That's how Karen gets it done. Congratulations. And Danny Lee, look at the price on this, $5.8 million, $193,000 a unit. I will tell you that 25 years ago, those were $19,000 a unit. Danny, what a value add for your seller. $5.8 million. Buyer's going to update the interiors, and seller carried the paper. Beautiful, beautiful example of what's happening in the market today. Danny, congratulations. And Gabriel Silverstein and Alex Provost got this deal done in Irving, Texas. $9.7 million, only $99 a foot. You know, it's not enough that deals are tough, but you know, interest rates go up, rent and occupancy started going down, and they had a little structural problem while they were under contract early in the process. So overcoming all of those objections, they got it closed, and it's still a gorgeous piece of real estate in a tremendous marketplace. Mike Mygon and Sid Bott, congratulations. Wow. This industrial deal, $17.5 million, $98 per foot. That's what's going on in Sarasota, Florida. Beautiful real estate from an industrial perspective. And Sid's going to share a couple of more opportunities with us this morning. So let's get to our featured inventory. We have a little over $36 million and over $1 million of buy-side fee. We have 3 or 4 deals that are subject to offer. So those numbers are not in those 2 figures. So a lot of opportunity this morning. So let's bring up Sid. He's going to tell us about his first 2 opportunities this morning.
Yeah, good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. This is an opportunity in Lake Wales, mid-Florida. It is a mixed-use lot. The landlord is willing to build a commercial QSR or a retail. It's right adjacent to the Hampton Inn Suites on Highway 27 in Lake Wales. The lease rates are negotiable, but the market carries about around $9 to $12 a square foot. The buy side is 3%, and if there are retailers out there who want to move to Florida and they're franchisees, we'll be willing to talk with you and see if what we can help you in getting a building done for you.
All right, Sid, let's go to your second property.
And this is a industrial lease opportunity for companies moving into mid-Florida. It is also on Highway 27. We have 27 acres in this industrial park, and the plan is to move pad ready 50,000 to 150,000 square foot warehouses. There are no plans to do 500,000 square foot spec building. We want to get tenants on a smaller footprint from 50 to 150,000 square feet. So I would encourage SVN tenant reps who have knowledge of companies moving into mid-Florida. We can work with you. This particular area is on the highway. It is on Highway 27. It is a few miles from the Intermodal Logistics Center, which is about 10 minutes away. It is close to the Orlando Airport, 75 minutes, Tampa Airport, 77 minutes. It's close to the Port of Tampa, 70 minutes, and the Highway I-4 is less than an hour. And it is an ideal facility. Mid-Florida is a very growing demographics workforce. It has Legoland a few miles away from here, and the household demographics is on the growth path. So do let us know if there are any companies coming into mid-Florida. We work with you.
All right, Sid, thank you very much. Let's go up to Chicago. John Joyce and Stephen Hirsch have a absolutely perfectly located development opportunity for you in Winnetka.
Thanks, John, and good morning, SVN. 911 Green Bay Road is a rare development opportunity in the North Shore suburb of Winnetka, about 15 miles from Chicago city limits. This vibrant, established shopping area is known as the Hubbard Woods Design District for many of its upscale retailers. This is a 2-parcel, 14,800 square foot developable assemblage. 2 different owners, 2 lots. The village of Winnetka has pre-approved a C2 retail overlay designation, which allows for...
Stephen, I'm going to stop you just because your audio is deteriorating. So I don't want to have it get worse as you go along.
Okay.
That sounds good right there.
That's good.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be a
Don't
little
move.
closer and quicker.
Stand
I
right
won't
there.
move.
Okay.
The C2 retail overlay allows for approximately 60,000 square feet of mixed-use development on the site. Our vision is for a high-profile condominium development with balconies for floors 2 through 4 and an anchor retail tenant for the first floor. The property is 2 doors away from a recently redeveloped commercial building of retail and luxury condos. This listing enjoys front and back road exposures, several municipal parking areas, and a commuter train station to downtown Chicago 1 block away. Listing has a buy-side fee of 2.5%. Call myself or John Joyce for more information. Thanks.
All right, Stephen, that worked out great. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Gorgeous real estate, outstanding location. Hey, let's bring up Doug Wright. He and Parker Wilson have an opportunity for you that is very well priced.
Thank you, John. Good morning, SVN clients and guests. Parker Wilson and I are pleased to present 1052 Prairie Boulevard in Waterville, Ohio. Waterville is located on the west banks of the Upper Maumee River, approximately 12 miles southwest of Toledo, and is at the intersection of State Route 64 and State Route 24, known as the Anthony Wayne Trail, which travels west to Fort Wayne and east connecting with US 23 and I-75. Water is fast becoming the suburban community of choice in the Metro Toledo area, with continuous population growth exceeding surrounding areas. 1052 Prairie Boulevard is a 5,200 square foot, 2-story office building built in 2021 and currently occupied by National Payment Corporation, one of the most experienced merchant services and credit card processing support teams in the Midwest. The property is being offered for sale to the investor or user. Current ownership is open to a sale leaseback beginning at closing or will vacate for a user. They would also make the property available for lease at $19 a square foot triple net if you have a tenant. The interior finish is Class A image, and the space lends itself well for a single tenant. However, it could be split to accommodate 2 tenants. Property information is available by contacting either Parker or myself. Thank you.
All right, Doug, thank you very much. Tell us about your other property on Prairie Boulevard.
Gladly. AW Auto Spa is also located in Waterville on Prairie Boulevard, directly adjacent to the office building. The area is rapidly being developed with both commercial and residential uses. AW Auto Spa sits directly across the street from the 120,000 square foot Kroger anchored shopping center. Other retailers in or moving into this area include O'Reilly Auto Parts, Myers Store, Speedway, Fifth Third Bank, Dollar General, Rite Aid, and others, and is the location of a proposed 9,000 seat musical amphitheater. Built in 2020, the Auto Spa has 2 full years of strong financials showing growth in revenue and monthly membership. Ownership recently increased both monthly subscription fees as well as cash pays with no market pushback. This is an opportunity to purchase a growing business in a growing market at the near ground level with no competition in a 5-mile area. The state-of-the-art automated tunnel car wash also has a detail service attached in the building and has a finely decorated studio unit on the 2nd level that can be used as a manager's unit or as a customer lounge. The property is being offered as an operating car wash business, which includes the real estate. Detailed financials, building plans, and other property information is available by contacting either Parker or myself upon execution of an NDCA. Thank you, John, and have a great week.
Thank you, Doug. I have a friend building those in Southern California, and they are state of the art and state of the future. Nice job. Hey, let's go to Chicago. Olivia Sosinski, Natalie Fisher, and Jennifer Hopkins have joined forces again. And Olivia is going to tell us about it.
Good Morning, SVN and guests, and Happy New Year. This is Olivia Szynski with the SVN Chicago office. Thank you for the opportunity to present. The Chicagoland industrial market has been very strong over the past year or so, with an average 2% vacancy rate, which is the lowest it's been in roughly a decade. And this property offers the opportunity to purchase as either a fully leased multi-tenant investment, or we can vacate a tenant with an expiring lease and leave 5,500 square feet available for an owner, user, investor. The current cap rate is 7.54% with an NOI of over $120,000. And if we renew the expiring tenant who expires at the end of this February, we'll be working on increasing the NOI. All of these tenants have been in the building for over a decade, and I should know because I worked on leasing a decade ago. So I can tell you, this is coming back around. So I can tell you from first experience, all qualified long-term tenants. Furthermore, this location is ideal because it's located at a lighted intersection on a very busy thoroughfare in Schaumburg, Illinois, which is a major commercial suburban hub of Chicago. O'Hare International Airport is only 15 minutes away. If you'd like more information, please reach out to me and I will send you our OM. Thank you.
Thank you, Olivia. Congratulations to your team. Let's stay in Chicago. Dina Zimmerman and Christian Pepler have an outstanding, well-located CBD opportunity for you, and Christian's going to tell you about it.
Thanks, John, and good morning and Happy New Year, everyone. I am very pleased to present a brand new medical office condo for sale in the heart of the Chicago Loop at 111 North Wabash, the Garland building. For those not familiar with the property, it is a central hub for a myriad of medical office users and boasts unmatched accessibility. It's within walking distance to both of our suburban metro train hubs, as well as every CTA train line, several of the main CTA bus routes, and numerous parking garages nearby. The 11,000 square foot footprint represents a full floor identity, although the space is currently broken up into 3 separate units, although all are vacant. Much of the medical equipment is still in place, including a very expensive and sophisticated MRI imaging equipment, including lead-lined and reinforced flooring. Perfect for an owner-user or a value-add investor. And also wanted to give a quick shout out to Cole Morgan from our Knoxville office and providing the referral and helping us get this listed at the speed of light. So thanks for your time, everyone. Looking forward to answering any of your questions and hopefully working with one of you.
All right, Christian, thank you. Great picture with the Trump Tower and Wrigley Tower right behind you. Tells you about the location. Nice job, Christian. All right, let's go to David DeMag. He's got another Applebee's for you. As you know, he's one of our single tenant net lease investment gurus. And I've been watching enough football to know that Applebee's is now having their all-you-can-eat special, which is making my mouth water. David?
Morning, John. Can you hear me?
We sure can.
Very good. Happy New Year, SVN and guests. This is Dave DeMag on the Lake Michigan shoreline. I'm pleased to represent this West Michigan build-to-suit Applebee's with a $51,000 price reduction to an attractive 7.15% cap, or just under $2.75 million. The seller bought this through us just over a decade ago and is selling in a continued shift of assets closer to the Southeast USA where he now lives. Applebee's is one of the world's largest casual dining brands with over 1,600 locations in all 50 states and several other countries, and is part of Dine Brands Global on the New York Stock Exchange. The tenant franchisee operator is Team Showstack Family Restaurants, with more than 60 Applebee's restaurants, and with other brands has well over 100 units, mostly in Michigan. Showstack is a long-established, multi-generational, family-run restaurant and real estate business based in Livonia, Michigan. This property is in West Michigan, within the Grand Rapids MSA, the second largest city in Michigan, and is on a major commercial artery, 28th Street, near the US 131 highway interchange. The listed address is in Wyoming, which is another city and suburb interwoven with Grand Rapids on its southwest side. This Applebee's has over 200 feet of frontage on 28th Street, a very dense 5-lane major commercial artery with over 25,000 vehicles per day and all kinds of national retailers and malls nearby. This Applebee's lease has over 5 years left on its base lease term to June 2028 and is true triple net. This location has had some favorable nearby developments and a strong post-pandemic increase in sales of nearly 20% to over $2.5 million. So this unit is trending and doing very well. The rent goes up 10% or nearly $20,000 this year in the summer, and this coming higher rent is used in the brochure. The seller will credit the buyer for the difference from current rent at closing. The lease also has 4 5-year renewal options, each with 10% increases. The property offers a generous 2.5% buy-side co-op, and the seller has room and is open to offers. So I invite your interest and questions. Thank you and have a great week.
Thank you, David. Beautiful opportunity for everybody. Kyle Kinney, Walt Arnold, and Dan Lucian have a New Mexico opportunity for you. This is, it says retail, but it sure looks industrial to me.
Yeah, good morning, John, and good morning, all of SVN. This is Kyle Kinney. I'm with SVN, Walt Arnold Commercial Brokerage here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. On behalf of Walt Arnold, Dan Lucian, and myself, we are excited to bring to market 2431 Pecos Highway located in Carlsbad, New Mexico. You're right on that, John. It is most certainly industrial. I don't know how that retail slipped by us, but
or me.
This industrial property is located in the heart of oil country in southeast New Mexico, where our state ranks second in the nation for petroleum production. It was built in 2019 and comprised of 22,000 square feet on 12.73 acres. The building features 2 15-ton cranes on a crane superstructure and 25-foot clear height ceilings. Power is 480-volt 3-phase. The huge warehouse features 13 large powered roll-up doors, and the space can be configured for any myriad of industrial uses. As a note, the property already has well water rights on it, which can be difficult to secure in this area as the process can be long and tedious. The list price is $4.4 million, and the owner would instead consider a lease at $18 per square foot per year triple net. The buy-side commission is $132,000, and we look forward to any interest you would bring forward. Please contact me with any questions you may have. Thank you and have a great day, SVN.
Thank you, Kyle. And you're so correct. Water is definitely the most important thing in our development future. And like they say, whiskey's for drinking and water's for fighting.
Water's for fighting. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Kyle. Let's go to the Pittsburgh marketplace. Tom Johnston and Michael Finch have co-listed a SFR hub portfolio for you. Jason Campagna is our local boots on the ground, and Tim's going to tell you about it.
Well, thank you, John, and good morning, SVN Nation. This 133 home SFR investment portfolio in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania offers an investor a significant value add opportunity in a strong top 10 housing market in the Northeast. This portfolio has been well managed with long-term tenants and 2-year leases signed. Most tenants have been in place for 4 to 5 years and some even longer. The operator has aggregated these highly maintained properties over the last 20 years, and the tenants have had the luxury of little to moderate rent increases during their tenure, offering the next owner to drastically increase rents. This portfolio offers a strong housing mix of 102 single-family rental homes, 18 duplexes, 5 townhomes, 2 condominiums, and 6 triplexes, offering a diverse, fully occupied portfolio with strong collections and 0 delinquencies. The average vintage throughout this portfolio is 1934, with the average size of 1,250 square feet. This portfolio is historically operated at a high occupancy rate with long-term tenants consistently above 95% and is currently at 96.99% occupancy. The current owner maintains these properties with pride of ownership. The majority of the properties have new roofs and new hot water tanks. The maintenance crew routinely checks on assets with an eye for preventative care. The next owner can gain economic efficiencies through these drastic rent increases. With such staggering home price appreciation, stable rent growth, solid employment growth, and a limited supply of available properties on the market, This portfolio is poised to take advantage of massive tailwinds moving forward. The new investor has multiple opportunities to take advantage of an underserved portfolio, improve property conditions, drive rents, and significantly improve revenue, all feeding and optimizing the NOI. Projected stabilized year one rent collections are just over $2.2 million with an NOI of just over 1.6, offering a stabilized year one gross yield of 11.96 and a year one cap rate of 8.74%. If anybody's interested in this portfolio, please reach out to Tom, Michael, or myself. Everybody have a great week.
All right, Tim, thank you very much. And I want to thank everybody for joining us this morning. We appreciate you taking the time. As you know, everything that we do for you is at www.svn.com. 100% of the time, we share 50% of all of our commissions with anyone that closes a transaction with us. We look forward to you doing just that, and we wish you the best of the new year. Good day.